After back-to-back losses, the Olney Cropdusters in search of a bounce-back victory against the DC Grays here at Robert J. Talbot Field on the campus of Catholic University. And welcome to beautiful DC, everyone. My name is Peyton Yaus, and I'll be bringing you all of tonight's action against a team, like we said, who is in need of a victory, and one team who had a thrilling comeback victory last night. And that team, none other than the DC Grays. They found themselves down 9-3 entering the bottom of the seventh in a 7-inning contest, scored 7 unanswered runs to walk it off 10-9. It's going to be another 7-inning contest today, tomorrow, and on Sunday. Due to the severe heat index in the Maryland area, the Cal Ripken Senior Collegiate Baseball League has decided that the next 3 games will all be 7 innings just to protect players, coaches, interns, and everybody in between. So the Cropdusters battle tonight against the Grays will be 7 innings. Their home contest tomorrow against the Big Train will also be 7 innings. And then the Senators game on Sunday will also be 7 innings. Those games have also been shifted. Original start time for this game was set for 7 p.m., but was moved back to 7:30 due to the heat. And tomorrow's game moved back from 6 to 7 as well, and then Sunday's game moved all the way from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. to accommodate, once again, the heat, severe heat in the central Maryland area as we are set to get baseball started here at Robert J. Talbot Field. Kai Hawkins leads things off for the Cropdusters. He swings at the first pitch he sees, but misses. On the bump is Braden Spurgeon for the Grays. 6 2/3 innings this year. 4 strikeouts, 3 walks, 9 earned runs as he makes his 3rd start on the season. Spurgeon sets and fires. Misses upstairs for ball 2. As we mentioned, the Cropdusters coming off back-to-back defeats. It was both on the road, the Big Train, who they fell against yesterday 5-3. The Braves the day before, that score 9-5. Before that, the Cropdusters had won 14 of 16 contests. They're in a 3-way tie for the best record in the league at 16-8. Senators and the red-hot Big Train, the other two with that record. As the 3-1 is called strike 2. Hawkins, halfway on his way to first, forced to retreat back to the batter's box. Full count pitch to Hawkins is taken into left field, and Hawkins retired for the first out of the game. So now we'll take a look at the Cropdusters batting order. After Hawkins, it's Logan Barada, then Andrew Duncan, Max Wearing hits cleanup, then it's Ryan Booma, Ben Bolhouse, Jimmy Bell, Kanan Kriefel, and Donis Rodriguez who round things out. Clark Green also on the bump for the Cropdusters. We'll see him in the upcoming frame. So with 1 out, Logan Barada comes up to bat. First pitch to him misses outside. Spurgeon's 1-0. Finds the outer half for strike 1. Barada takes a hack at this one, drives it out into deep right field, and it's gone. Logan Barada starts the scoring here in D.C. A ball that just kept carrying and carrying and carrying eventually found its way over the right field fence. So just like when they were here exactly 1 week ago, the Cropdusters strike first. It was a 2-run home run from Andrew Duncan that started the scoring last Thursday, and this time it's Logan Barada. So Duncan with a tough act to follow. The last time he was on this field, he went deep twice, and he starts off strong again, this time with an infield single. So with 1 out and 1 aboard, Max Waring comes up to bat. He's out in right field tonight. Over the first few weeks, he's primarily spent time as a DH as well as a first baseman, but gets some time in the outfield this evening. Another lefty power bat in this lineup is Waring. Barada, Waring, Bullhouse, and Rodriguez, the 4 lefties in this lineup. As Duncan takes off for second and is thrown out. Second base umpire said he moved off of the bag once he slid in. So make it 2 outs here in the top of the first. The 0-1 to Waring. This is well outside for ball 1. Spurgeon's 1-1. Once again, misses well outside. Current temperature here in D.C., 95. Heat index feels like 98. Yes, that's correct. Even at 7:39 p.m., sun starting to set, but it's still a blistering hot evening in the D.C. area. So deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs in the top of the first. So Waring able to stay alive in the count, as we'll redo the 2-2. Spurgeon's even count pitch is popped up in foul territory, but the play cannot be made. Despite a good chase from Aaron Rowell, ball drops foul, and then we'll once again redo the 2-2. So Max Waring trying to keep the inning alive. Spurgeon trying to do the opposite. The 2-2. And this is outside for a full count. Spurgeon's payoff. Misses down low for ball 4. So the Cropdusters keep the top of the first alive and give way to Ryan Booma. hangs off first as Spurgeon delivers the 1-0 and misses upstairs. Booma, 279 hitter on the season. One of 9 different Cropdusters with a batting average over 275. His teammate on first, Max Waring, leads the group with a 367 batting average. The man on deck in Ben Bullhouse is second at 364. The 2-0. Misses outside, so Booma, a ball away from back-to-back walks. Does Booma get the green light is the question. The pitch, right down the middle. So the answer is no. Spurgeon back in the count at 3-1. Wearing ever so slightly off the bag at first. Booma settles in and awaits Spurgeon's 3-1. And it misses down low for ball 4. So that brings up Ben Bullhouse. Last time he was on this very field, he went deep as well. Spurgeon and Ethan Fox Fernandez had a quick talk on the mound and part ways. The Cropdusters already in front 1-0. And they've got a chance to do some more damage. Two out still here in the top of the first. First offering to Bullhouse is ripped past first base, but foul. Andrew Bolgoski made a leaping grab, but ball evaded him, though it went foul for strike 1. Spurgeon's 0-1. Misses for ball 1. Should he be needed, Jimmy Bell waits on deck. Creefel and Rodriguez, 2 behind him. After that, it's back to the top of the order. They're making Spurgeon work here in the first, as he settles in and deals the 1-1. And Bullhouse takes it to short. And that does it for our first inning of play. But the Cropdusters, thanks to a solo shot from Logan Barada, strike first and take a 1-0 lead into the bottom frame here in D.C. Bottom of the first here at Robert J. Talbot Field as Clark Green gets ready for another start in the black and yellow. Here's the lineup he'll be going up against in the grays. Green, his last outing came on Saturday in that doubleheader against the Aces. So on 5 days rest, he comes back out on the mound. His 1-0. This is upstairs for ball 2. So Green finds the lower half for strike 1. Jimmy Bell doing the catching duties this evening as he frames that 2-1 for a strike. Two from Green. Swung on and missed. He gets Rahman to chase way downstairs for his first strikeout. So that brings up Benny Bicar Jr. 1 out, nobody on for him. Here's the infield for the Cropdusters. Keenan Kriefel at first, Ryan Booma at second, Logan Barana at third, and then Zakai Hawkins at short. In the outfield from left to right, it's Ben Bolhouse, Donis Rodriguez, and the aforementioned Max Waring. The 2-0. Upstairs and away for ball 1. Ball 3, excuse me. So Bicar well ahead in the count. Puma didn't get the green light on the 3-0. Does Bicar here? He does not, as Green throws a fastball right down the middle. And just like Hawkins, Bicar, with the walk of shame, back to the batter's box. So it's a full count. Bicar in search of the Grays' first base runner here this evening. Instead, he swings and takes it out into center field, and Rodriguez underneath it for the second out. So with 2 outs, Jackson Loomis comes up to bat. Green in search of a 1-2-3 bottom of the first here on the road. Green, a product of Millersville University. He's ready and deals the 1-0. That is called a foul ball. At first glance, it seemed like it clipped Loomis in the helmet, but the home plate umpire saw otherwise. 1-1 the count, still 2 outs. Swing and a miss. So Loomis down 1-2. Green's offering. Grounded to Hawkins. His throw has to be scooped, but Kriefel, no problem for him. It's a 1-2-3 bottom of the first for Clark Green and the Cropdusters defense as we head to the second. 1-0 the Cropdusters lead. Jimmy Bell, Kanan Kriefel, and Donis Rodriguez to do up for the Cropdusters here in the top of the second. They take a 1-0 lead into this frame. A Logan Barada home run, the difference in this one-run game. They stranded two previous frame. Waring and Boomer drew back-to-back walks with 2 outs, but Bullhouse grounded out to end the 2-out threat. Andrew Duncan was thrown out, stealing second, so could have been bases loaded, but nonetheless, it's a new frame for the road team. 2-0 to Bell. Swung on and missed for strike one. Bell wiggles the bat and awaits the 2-1 from Spurgeon. Bell, one of 4 catchers on this Cropdusters roster. Him, Owen McNeil, Landon Springmeyer, and the newly acquired Sam Goldstein, the other. So Bell swings and misses for strike 3. Take that back. He's got to touch up the gloves and now returns to the batter's box for the ensuing full count pitch. Spurgeon's payoff. Grounded right back to him, but it goes over his head, and Bell beats out the throw. Credit him with an infield single. For the first time this game, Cropdusters with a lead-off runner on base. So that gives way to Kanan Kriefel. Him and Donis Rodriguez, the only two left to bat for the Cropdusters. Sammy Berman in to pinch run for Bell. Seen him do that a number of times over the past 2 weeks since he's been cleared from injury. Hasn't stolen too many bases, but does move very well in between the base paths. He's got a slight lead at first as Kriefel awaits the 1-0. It's skied over by the Cropdusters dugout. And despite Fox, Fernandez, and Bogowski both giving chase, nobody makes the play to make it a 1-1 count. Kriefel well underneath that one as headman Adam Leader says, get on top of it 9. See if he can do that here as he awaits the 1-1. Stays off that pitch, but finds the upper half for strike 2. Berman takes off for second as Kriefel fouls that pitch back. Last time these two teams met, despite the game being a full 9 innings, it lasted just 2 hours and 15 minutes. Tonight's contest, a 7-inning battle due to the extreme heat, as Kriefel is clipped, and he'll join Berman between the base paths. So that brings up Donis Rodriguez. Before he sees a pitch, the Grays will have a quick mound visit. Spurgeon just 1 inning into this game. He's making just his 3rd start on the season. He's gone just under 7 innings. But a vote of confidence from his head man, the infield, and everyone else on the Grays roster. And he'll stay in the contest. Two aboard and nobody out for Donis Rodriguez. Kriefel at first, Sammy Berman at second. After Rodriguez, it's back to the top of the order. Spurgeon delivers. Misses outside as Rodriguez pulls back the bunt. Seen Rodriguez utilize the bunt countless times this season. At 5'8", he's got lightning fast speed. He's pulled it off a few times this season. See if he does it here. He does. But the umpire signals for a foul ball. Will both runners stay put at second and third? And it's not a foul ball. So credit Spurgeon with the wild pitch as Kriefel and Berman move up to second and third respectively. So after a quick conversation with the Grays head man, Donis Rodriguez back in the batter's box, and Spurgeon set to deliver the 2-1. That pitch misses outside, so it's a 3-1 count. Spurgeon's 3-1. Outside. Let me retract that statement. Just clips the outside for strike 2. The payoff is foul back as Rodriguez stays alive. Payoff once more. Swung on and missed. So that gives way to Zakai Hawkins. 2 runners still in scoring position, this time with 1 out. Hawkins flew out in his first at-bat. Wouldn't be the worst thing here, as it would likely score Berman from third. Instead, he grounds it to third. And the throw in time at first. So that gives way to the man who started the scoring in the previous frame. Barada launched a home run over the right field fence. Can he do the same here? Ground ball to Baikar. He scoops and throws to first. So the Grays get out of the 2-on, no-out jam. Although the road team still in front 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the second in D.C. After the no-out threat doesn't pay off in the top of the frame, the Grays with life here in the bottom of the second. 1-0 the Cropdusters lead as Aaron Rowell leads off with Clark Green on the mound for his second inning of work. Puma scoops at second and sends it over to Kriefel at first for the first out. Xavier Bradley and Ethan Fox Fernandez join Rowell as due up here in the bottom half of inning number 2. Last time these two teams met, Cropdusters won 7-1. Cropdusters offense was firing on all cylinders in that game, but the pitching, led by Nolan Ross's start, was also close to flawless. So Bradley down in the count 0-2. His pitch upstairs for ball 1. Ring him up, strike 3. Green with the backwards K to Bradley as he's retired for the second out. That brings up tonight's catcher, Ethan Fox Fernandez. Fernandez playing just his 6th game on the season. He's batting .200 on the year. So Green with the chance for his second 1-2-3 inning. He deals, but misses for ball 2. Green in search of his 3rd strikeout. Can he get it? Yes, he can. A second 1-2-3 inning for the Cropdusters starter as they take a 1-0 lead into the 3rd inning. Andrew Duncan leads off for the Cropdusters here in the top of the third. His side up 1-0 thanks to a Logan Barada solo home run and 2 shutout innings from starter Clark Green. Spurgeon still out on the mound as Duncan swings at the first pitch he's offered, but fouls it back. Duncan reached first via an infield single his first time up. As we mentioned, he went deep twice on this very field just 1 week ago. Spurgeon's 1-1. Outside for ball 2. Duncan with a favorable 3-1 count. Max Waring awaits on deck. Ryan Booma in the hole behind him. Spurgeon's 3-1 is skied back. Fox Fernandez gives chase. But the ball makes its way into the stands. So it's a full count. A few faithful fans out at Talbot Field, home of the 6-time Landmark Conference champion Catholic University baseball team. 08, 11, 18, 09, 15, and 25. There's 6 conference championships. So Duncan draws the leadoff walk. Second time the leadoff man aboard for the Cropdusters. And with that, we are headed towards a change on the mound. Spurgeon hands the ball away, and we'll step aside with him. We'll update you on the new man when we come back. So out steps Braden Spurgeon, and in steps Caden Brown. 2 appearances this season, most spanning 3 1/3 innings. He's 1-0 and has yet to allow a run. A 1.80 whip, 2 strikeouts to his name, as he goes to battle against Max Wearing to kick off his outing. Wearing drew a walk his first time up. Swings at that pitch, but misses down low. Ball gets away as Duncan in at second standing. So 1 runner in scoring position for the Cropdusters. Max Waring with a favorable 2-1 count at the plate. Brown looks at Duncan and fires. Gets Waring to swing and miss. So 2-2 the count. Waring asks for time as Brown gathers himself as well. Still no outs and 1 man on in Andrew Duncan. Cropdusters in front 1-0. Search of their first win in quite some time. The 2-2. Swung on and missed. Brown gets Waring to chase outside for the first out. So in steps Ryan Booma. 1 out and 1 aboard for him. First pitch he sees misses well inside. Booma, like Waring, drew a walk in his first at-bat. Cropdusters with 7 base runners this evening, but just 1 run to show for it. Brown peeks on Duncan and fires. But he clips Booma, and that puts 2 between the base pads for Ben Bullhouse. So that gives way to Ben Bullhouse, affectionately known as House by his teammates. He comes up to bat with 2 runners on. He was in this exact position as last time up, but grounded out to end the inning in the top of the first. Swings and misses on the first pitch. Brown finds the outer half for strike 2. Brown looking for his second strikeout tonight. Struck out Wearing and deals to Bullhouse. But the ball gets away. Booma moves to second. Duncan to third. 2 in scoring position for the Cropdusters. As we mentioned, Bullhouse went deep 1 week ago on this very field. He's got a beautiful lefty swing. He's also got 2 runners on. The 1-2. Grounded to second. Throw to the plate. In time. As Fox Fernandez records the second out. There's 2 runners on, this time on the corners. Bullhouse at first, Booma at third, and Jimmy Bell up to bat. First pitch to him. Called strike 1. Brown's 0-1. This is away for ball 1. One ball and 1 strike for Jimmy Bell. Runners on the corners, Cropdusters with a 1-0 lead. The pitch is swung on and missed. So 1-2 the count for Jimmy Bell. Deuce is officially wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Bell ready, as is Brown. The even count pitch. Misses to send the count full. Kanan Kriefel waits on deck. Well, Brown going to put down Bell to end the 2-out threat. Payoff. Misses for ball 4. So that juices the bases for Kanan Kriefel. Kriefel was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. This time he's got runners on all 3 bases. Berman pinch runs for Bell at first, as Kriefel swings at the first pitch and grounds it to Brown, who throws it over the head of the first baseman. Bullhouse scores. Here comes Berman. He's in standing. So an uncharacteristic error from Brown plates a trio of runs for the road team. Rodriguez grounds that to first, but he cannot beat out the throw. Brown late getting over, and that puts runners on the corners for the top of the order in Zakai Hawkins. So Rodriguez at first, Kanan Kriefel over at third. Hawkins 0 for 2 so far as he faces Brown for the first time this evening. Rodriguez takes off for second, slides in just for safe measure, as that puts runners on second and third, still with 2 outs. It's 2-0 the count for Zakai Hawkins. Wiggles the bat and lays off that pitch that misses down low. The 3-0 down the middle for strike one. High fly ball into left center, but the play is made for the third and final out. But the Cropdusters break the game open with a 3-run frame as they take a 4-0 lead into the bottom half of the third here at Robert J. Talbot Field. Travis Church leads off the bottom of the third for the home team. This side down 4-0 thanks to a 3-spot from the Cropdusters in the top half of the inning. Barada scoops and fires to Kriefel in time at first for the first out. In what should have been an inning-ending ground out, Brown tossed it over the head of the first baseman Andrew Bogowski. That allowed all 3 runs to score, giving the Cropdusters a 4-0 advantage. Ball sails over the head of Freeman Hunt for ball 2. The 2-0. Swung on and missed as Green gets him to chase upstairs. The 2-1. Misses for ball 3. Freeman draws the 1-out walk. So that gives way to Andrew Bogowski as the Grays officially have their first base runner of the contest. Green had retired 7 straight hitters, 3 of them with Ks, for allowing Hunt to take first. A 1-0. Finds the zone for strike 1. Green with a chance for his 4th strikeout on the evening. 2 swinging, 1 looking for the Millersville product as he kicks and deals. But Bogowski chops it foul to keep the count at 2-2. Chopped foul once again. And a 3rd consecutive foul ball. Once again, keeps the count at 2-2. 90 degrees our current temperature here in the nation's capital. Real feel at 92. Winds at 10 miles an hour. It's going to be a hot weekend here. Lots of fireworks to be had, both on the diamond and in the sky, as the Cropdusters look to turn two, and they do. 3 shutout innings from Clark Green as the Cropdusters take a 4-0 lead into the 4th inning on the Cropdusters Baseball Network. Top of the 4th here at Robert J. Talbot Field on the campus of Catholic University. Cropdusters in grays doing battle with the road team in front 4-0 to begin the 4th inning. It's 2-1 the count for Logan Barada. He's doing battle with Casey Edwards, new arm on the mound for the Grays. He's made 6 appearances this season across 8 1/3 innings, but he has allowed 13 earned runs. He's walked 18 batters and struck out just 5. His 3-1 is grounded through the infield. Barada notches his second base hit of the night, and that brings up Andrew Duncan. Duncan 1-for-1 with an infield single. Also has a walk to his credit. The 1-0 to Duncan is fouled back. Duncan the DH tonight for the Cropdusters. Splits time between that spot and the right field position. Tonight Max Waring out in right field, so Duncan is being counted on to do the hitting duties this evening. The 1-2 to him. Misses inside. Edwards rests with an even 2-2 count. And he gets Duncan to sky that to short. And the catch is made for the first down. So that gives way to Max Waring. Walked his first at bat, struck out his second. And the first pitch sails over his head for ball one. Seen that happen a number of times tonight. The 1-0 to Waring. Outside for ball two. Brada takes 2 steps to his right and takes off. And he's safe. Despite a good throw from Fox Fernandez, Brada moves into scoring position. Waring gives that one a ride, but it's foul. He's got some big-time pop in that bat. Went deep against the Senators 12 days ago. So Waring draws the 5-pitch walk. So that gives way to Ryan Booma. 3-run shot for him against the Aces on Saturday. So he's ahead in the count at 1-0. Edwards sets, kicks, and fires. Finds the inner half for strike one. Edwards delivers the 1-1. Drops in the upper half for strike two. The 1-2. Is Sky DeLumis, who calls everybody off, and he makes the second out. So that brings up the lefty bat of Ben Bullhouse. Runner still on the corners, this time with 2 outs. First pitch to him, well inside. So wearing in safely at second. Parada stays put at third. That puts 2 in scoring position for the Cropdusters. It's 3-0 the count from Ben Bullhouse. He isn't given the green light as Edwards dials up the first strike of the at-bat. The 3-1. Finds the outer half for strike two. So it's full count with 2 outs. Bullhouse a chance to extend the inning. Edwards, the sights set on ending it. The payoff. Misses upstairs for ball 4. So for the second consecutive inning, the Cropdusters have the bases loaded with 2 outs. Edwards and Fox Fernandez will have a quick word on the mound as Jimmy Bell comes into the batter's box. Bell with an infield single and a walk so far. Bullhouse at first, Waring at second, and Barada at third. Cropdusters with a 4-0 lead, but a chance to extend upon it. So 1-1 the count for Jimmy Bell. Edwards offering. This is outside. Bell avoids that pitch as he works a 3-1 count. Chance for him to plate across a run. (3-1) over the head of Bell, and that plates Barada. So the bases remain loaded, this time for Kanan Kriefel. Another mound visit ensues. A lengthier one at that. And the home plate umpire makes his way to the pitcher's mound. (5-0) the lead for the Cropdusters. Haven't won since their 10-1 victory over the Aces on Saturday. That was the first game of a doubleheader. They were in front 8-0 and found themselves in front 8-6 before the game was called. Sunday's game against the Giants was postponed both Sunday and Monday. And the Cropdusters lost to the Braves on Tuesday and the Big Train yesterday. Trying to find their way back into the win column, especially in a competitive North Division. Cropdusters and Big Train tied at 16-8. Senators with a 16-8 record as well, but they're in the South. So 1 ball and 1 strike for Kanan Kriefel. (2-1) to Kriefel. His foul back. Speaking of the Senators' 16-8 record, all indications leading us to believe that will not be the case after tonight. The Giants in front of them 16-3 in the bottom of the 4th. That game's at Criswell Automotive Field at Kelly Park. The Giants in full control there. Some other scores around the league. Big Train in front of the Aces, 3-0 at Frank Mann Field in the bottom of the 3rd. Braves and Thunderbolts knotted in a 2-2 tie at Blair Stadium in the top of the 5th. Our score here, of course, 5-0 in favor of the Cropdusters, as Kriefel steps back into the batter's box and awaits the 2-2. And Kriefel rung up on strikes. So the Cropdusters strand all 3 runners, although they take a 5-0 lead in to the next frame, thanks to an RBI walk from Jimmy Bell. A new man on the mound for the Cropdusters in the form of Carson Kelm. Lehigh arm makes his third appearance on the season. He's 1-0 so far with 6.75 ERA and a 1.50 whip. He's done that in 4 innings, in which he struck out 3 batters. Hartley Rahman in the top of the order, who he'll face. Takes over for Clark Green, who faced the minimum. Retired 7 straight Grays. Walked Freeman Hunt, and then got Andrew Bogowski to ground into an inning-ending double play. Never want to jinx it, but the Cropdusters pitching a no-hitter so far. Two from Kelm. Inside, as Rahman jumps out of the way to send the count full. Kelm's payoff pitch. Misses for ball 4. So Rahman aboard and Benny Baikar up to bat. He flew out in his first at-bat. Swings at this pitch. And Hawkins flips to second for 1, with Baikar in easily at first. So I take that back. Rahman safe at second. And that puts runners at first and second with no outs for Kelm. Him and Bell talking things over on the mound. It's first real trouble the Cropdusters have run into. They saw firsthand last night how quickly a game can change. Grays, despite trailing 9-3 in the bottom of the 7th, scored 7 unanswered runs to spark a comeback victory. So it's a 5-0 lead for the Cropdusters here, but that can go away in an instant. Kelm looks at second and deals. Loomis shows bunt as Bell makes the correct decision. Watches the ball fall foul for strike 1. Kelm's 0-1. Misses down low. And Rahman in safe at third. Baikar in safe at second. 2 in scoring position for Jackson Loomis. Helm peeks at third, gets set, and delivers the pitch. It's swung on and missed to send the count to 1-2. Loomis fights off that pitch to keep the count at 1-2. Kelm's 1-2. This is inside for ball 2. Kelm hovers the shoulders, gets set, and delivers the even count pitch. Loomis grounds it to Hawkins, who scoops and fires to Kriefel at first for the first out. Rahman, though, comes across to score. Gray's on the board, 5-1 our score. Roel with a high fly ball on the left field side. Hawkins gloves it for the second out. So that brings up Xavier Bradley. 2 outs and a runner on third in by Carr. Bradley fouls off the first pitch he sees. He was Green's second strikeout victim, his first time up. His first looking strikeout. Ethan Fox Fernandez awaits on deck should he be needed. So 1-1 the count for Carson Kelm. Hovers the shoulders once more, leans back, and offers the pitch. It's chopped foul for the second strike. So Kelm, a great chance to get out of the inning. Sun officially set, lights on here at Robert J. Talbot Field. Play has been hot on the mound, but Kelm misses outside for a ball. 89 degrees our current temperature. Feels a tick above that at 90 degrees. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. The pitch. This is outside again for a full count. Kelm's payoff. Misses for ball 4. So that brings up the man behind the dish in Ethan Fox Fernandez. 2 runners on in Bicar and Bradley. Kelm, after working a 1-2 count and allowing 3 straight balls, goes back to work. Fox Fernandez fights off that pitch and drives it foul in front of the Cropdusters bullpen. So 1-1 the count here in the bottom of the 4th. Kelm's even count pitch is lifted into shallow right. Waring comes on to make the play, and that does it for the bottom of the 4th. The Grays strand 2, but they tack on a run as we head to the 5th inning here in the nation's capital. Top of the 5th here in D.C. as Donis Rodriguez is on his way to second. Somebody who utilizes the bunt more than anybody else. reaches second base off that very tactic. So we're back to the top of the order in Zakai Hawkins. And he laces one past by Carr. That travels all the way to the warning track. Hawkins on his way to third. And he's in standing. An RBI triple for Zakai Hawkins. So that brings up the man with 2 base knocks already tonight, Logan Barada. Home run and a single to his credit. The first pitch to him well inside for ball 1. 6-1 the advantage for the road team. This is a 7-inning game due to today's extreme heat index. The Cropdusters looking to pull away as Barada swings at this pitch and drops it in shallow center field. Hawkins comes across to score, and the Cropdusters take a 7-1 lead. So a 2-spot already for the Cropdusters here in the top of the 5th, and a chance for some more damage with Barada in between the base paths. And Andrew Duncan up to bat. He fouls off the first offering. So after that mound visit, Andrew Duncan steps back into the batter's box. He's down 0-1 after he fouled off the first pitch he saw. But he evens the count at 1-1 after that ball. The 1-1. Swung on and missed. And with that, we'll have another mound visit. Mason Weaver, Ethan Fox Fernandez, and the home plate umpire part ways once again as the trio turns back to their respective spots with a 1-2 count. Duncan fouls it off to keep the count the same. Still no outs here in the top of the fifth. Cropdusters with a 7-1 lead. They won by this exact score 1 week ago. And the ball gets away. Parada parks at second as the count moves to 2-2. Two balls and two strikes for Andrew Duncan. Runner on second is Parada as Weaver deals. And Duncan beats out the throw. Umis scooped, but couldn't get it to first in time. Make it runners on the corners for the Cropdusters. Still no outs. Runners on the corners for Max Wearing. Duncan takes off for second, and he's in safely. Make it another stolen base for Olney as they put two in scoring position. Wearing with 2 walks and a strikeout tonight. Wiggles the bat and awaits the 0-1 from Weaver. It gets away. Parada in. And Duncan stays put at third. So it's an 8-1 Cropdusters lead. The 1-1 to Waring is swung on and missed. Still no outs. Andrew Duncan a few feet off of third base. Waring ready for the 1-2. It's chopped to first. He's out, but Duncan comes across to score, make it 9-1 Cropdusters. The base is emptied for Ryan Buma. 1 out and a 1-0 count for him. Buma with a walk, fly out, as well as a hit by pitch this evening. Weaver's 1-1 to him. Gets away for ball 2. 3-1 the count for the Cropdusters second baseman. So with that walk, Booma issued first base. That gives way to Ben Bullhouse. Nothing and nothing to Bullhouse. Is drilled into deep left center. Play cannot be made. He's in at second. Booma in at third. 2 in scoring position for the Cropdusters. So Jimmy Bell up to bat. First pitch to him on the inner half for strike one. He stays off that pitch, but finds the inner half once again for strike two. The 0-2. Sails over the head of Bell. Booma plates the Cropdusters' 10th run. So a slight delay in the action due to an equipment malfunction with catcher Ethan Fox Fernandez. 10-1 the score for the Cropdusters. Bullhouse over at third. Jimmy Bell up at the dish as Fox Fernandez makes his way back behind the plate. It's 1-2 the count for Bell. He swings and misses for the second out. Two outs, man on third in Bullhouse for Kanan Kriefel. doesn't go around on the first pitch. It's 1-1 the count for Kriefel. Hit by a pitch, reached via an error, and also struck out in this game. He awaits Weaver's 2-1. But swings and misses on it. The deuce is officially wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Kriefel lifts it into deep right center. The play is made for the final out. So despite the Cropdusters stranding Bullhouse at third, they played across a few more in the top of the frame and take a 10-1 lead into the bottom of the 5th here at Robert J. Talbot Field. Joey Zito takes the ball from Carson Kelm to begin the bottom of the 5th here at Catholic University. Cropdusters in front 10-1 as they look to snap a multi-game skid here in the nation's capital. The 1-1 finds the outer half for strike 2. Travis Church down in the count. Zito pitches. The throw in time from Barada. An athletic off-balance throw from the Cropdusters' third baseman results in the first out. This one grounded past Booma. So Freeman Hunt aboard with a 1-out single. One ball, one strike, and 1 out for Andrew Bogolski. Hunt at first, as Zito looks and deals. Misses away for ball 2. Zito's 2-1. Misses down low for ball 3. He plates across a fastball that finds the zone as the count rides full. Hunt still at first. And Zito ready to deliver the payoff. And it's taken right into the glove of Waring for the second out. Hartley Rahman up to bat for the third time tonight. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Hunt still at first. As Zito deals this time with 2 outs. A 1-1. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Zito's 1-2. It's called strike 3. Hunt stranded as the side is retired here in the bottom of the fifth. Donis Rodriguez kicks off the sixth inning here in the nation's capital. His side up 10-1 as we begin the second to last inning here at Robert J. Talbot Field. Cropdusters on the brink of ending a two-game skid. Back-to-back losses suffered at the hands of the Braves and Big Train, respectively. 16-8 on the year. Chance for them to get to a league best 17 wins. Two-two the count for Donis Rodriguez. He swings and misses for the first out. So one out, nobody on for Zakai Hawkins. After an 0-for-3 start to today's game, he laced an RBI triple into deep right center field his last time up. And he grounds this to Baikar, who scoops, gathers, and sends it to first for the second out. Logan Barada up to bat now. Big night for him. A pair of singles as well as a solo home run, all part of a 3-for-4 night. He grounds this to Baikar, who once again scoops and sends it to first, this time for the third and final out. So it's a 1-2-3 top of the sixth for the Cropdusters. They take a 10-1 lead into the bottom of the frame. Sean McCabe starts the bottom of the 6th for the Cropdusters on the mound. Last pitched in that unfinished contest, Game 2 of the Aces and Cropdusters doubleheader 5 days ago. So he makes his first appearance since then. McCabe spent the past season at College of Charleston. Made 4 appearances. And he's set to do battle with Benny Bicar Jr. here in the bottom half of inning number 6. His 0-2. Lifted into the glove of Logan Barada for out 1. So 1 out and nobody on for Jackson Loomis. The 1-1 from McCabe. Grounded to Barada. And his throw in time to Kriefel at first. 2 outs, both courtesy of Logan Barada at third. Gives way to Aaron Rowell. Touch on some more scores for you. Gaithersburg Giants still dominating the Southern Maryland Senators, this time 16-5 in the bottom of the 7th. Metro South County Braves in front of the Thunderbolts 4-3 in the top of the 7th. And then the Big Train and Aces, a 4-3 game in favor of Alexandria. That's after 3 innings. Our score here, 10-1 in favor of the road team. Cropdusters trying to make it 2-0 here at Robert J. Talbot Field. Beautiful Catholic University in Northeast D.C. Grays had some serious heroics last night, coming down 9-3 to win 10-9. It's going to take some more here this evening. McCabe fires as Rowell ducks down to avoid being hit. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. The pitch is lifted high into the night sky. Booma underneath it and gloves it for the 3rd and final out. So it's a 1-2-3 bottom of the 6th for Sean McCabe as he does his job in relief and sends it to the 7th inning here in D.C. Top of the 7th here at Talbot Field. 10-1 the lead for the Cropdusters as they lead off in the top half of the frame with Andrew Duncan up to bat. Duncan down swinging as Mike Nizak records his first strikeout in relief. He's made 7 appearances so far this season. He's pitched to an even 9.00 ERA. Done that in 11 innings. He's now recorded 13 strikeouts as he gets Waring to swing and miss on that pitch upstairs. So Waring down in the count 1-2. Lefty wiggles the bat and awaits the pitch, but it misses upstairs. Ryan Booma waits on deck. Another pitch misses. This one inside. The count rides full. Another one misses inside. This one for ball 4. So Waring reaches base via the free pass for the 3rd time tonight. Gives way to Ryan Booma. Just past 10 o'clock here in the nation's capital, but it still feels like a blazing hot 90 degrees. Ironically, the Cropdusters wearing their Christmas in July jerseys. If only it felt like Christmas. It'd certainly be much cooler, but nonetheless, Cropdusters offense, same as the weather tonight, and that's blistering hot. To Booma. This is off the plate for ball 3. .30 fastball finds the upper half for the first strike of the at-bat. But Nizak can't find the zone as he misses upstairs and away for ball 4. So make it 2 runners between the base pads and just 1 out for Ben Bolhouse. to Bullhouse. Inside for ball 2. Bullhouse fights off that pitch inside. Takes it foul for strike 1. Bullhouse and the Cropdusters dugout simply laugh it off as he steps aside and steps back into the batter's box. It's 2-2 the count now. Isaac searching for his second strikeout. Put down Duncan for the first out. Chance to do the same to Bullhouse. And he does. Bullhouse chases that pitch outside of the zone. That gives way to Jimmy Bell. And Bell skies that one to second. And a diving grab is made for the third and final out. So that does it for the top of the 7th. Cropdusters still comfortably in front. 10-1 they lead as we head to the bottom half of the frame. So the DC Grays down to their final 3 outs. They were in a very similar position last night. Trailed 9-3 entering the bottom of the 7th in a 7-inning game and scored 7 unanswered runs to walk it off. It's going to take 10 to do the same tonight, as Sean McCabe is back on the mound for his 2nd inning of work. The ball went from Green to Kelm to Zito, and now to McCabe. He's down in the count 2-0. He gets Bradley. Swing and miss on that fastball upstairs. Caves 2-1. Is crushed to left field. And it goes over the head of the left fielder Bullhouse. Bradley in safe at second for a no-out leadoff double. So man at second, no outs. And Ethan Fox Fernandez up at the plate. So for 2 tonight. But he's ahead in the count 2-0 right here. Caves 2-0. Upper half for strike 1. Swing and a miss. So it's an even 2-2 count. Cave in search of his first strikeout. Can he get it right here? Looks at second and deals. Did Fernandez go around? He did not. So that sends the count full. Payoff from McCabe is popped high. Booma gives chase, backtracks, and makes the play. So 2 outs for the Grays to play with. As Travis Church settles into the batter's box. Bradley still at second. Cave checks on him twice. And sends a ball to Church. One 0 from McCabe. Outer half for strike 1. It's 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. McCabe ready to deal again. Misses down low. Cropdusters looking for their first victory in 5 days. Lost back-to-back contests. Chance to put that to bed here tonight. The 3-1. Misses for ball 4. That's just the fourth walk the Cropdusters have issued. And it gives way to Freeman Hunt. 1 out and 2 runners on. Hunt grounds it. There's one. But no throw to first, as that puts runners on the corners, this time with 2 outs. The Grays down to their final out. Andrew Bogowski, the final hope for the home team. So McCabe starts off the battle with a strike. Another strike issued by McCabe. Grays down to their final 1. Runners on the corners, 2 outs, 0-2 the count for Bogowski. Can the Cropdusters get back in the win column? You bet they can. Bogowski put down with the backwards K, and that does it for a 10-1 Cropdusters victory. So for the first time in 5 days, the Olney Cropdusters are back in the win column, and as of right now, have the best record in the North Division and the entire 2026 Cal Ripken Senior Collegiate League Baseball League. So another dominant victory for the Cropdusters. All-around contributions. 1 run allowed by the pitching staff. 10 runs put up by the offense. Another fantastic, complete performance from Olney, as they now look to make it 2 in a row against the Bethesda Big Train tomorrow at home. That is fastballs and fireworks. A sold-out crowd expected at First Responder Field, sponsored by Serve Pro Rockville Olney. So vibes high as the Cropdusters return home tomorrow with a league-best 17-8 record. Thank you all for tuning in. From Peyton Yalis and everyone else here on the Cropdusters Baseball Network, we say thank you, and we'll see you again tomorrow night at home against the Bethesda Big Train.